I think there are times when the pace of innovation in an industry naturally slows. And again, certain industries have much longer cycle times for innovation. And it has to do with the nature of the product, the maturity of the industry, and the behavior of the customers, and not just that piece in the middle that is how the product performs when it's on the ground and running. I was surprised at how much that risk aversion was innate to people. And, we do work in an industry that is risk averse for a reason, right? I mean, you don't just invent a new way to pressurize natural gas overnight, right? I mean, it tends to blow up when things go wrong. It makes them hesitant to even think, well, what if we did something different? I always go back, think about products as a service and outcome and selling outcomes, and as opposed to just the physical product. And I hear people talk about it all the time as if it's something new, but I think GE started selling airplane engines using a power by the hour model in the 80s, right? And I still see people innovating around converting a product into a service. I mean, even in a high consequence environment, the best thing that you can do typically is just to pick a course of action and move forward, right? You can always make adjustments on the fly. And since then, I've seen time and time again organizations that are so scared of making mistakes that they can't make decisions. And people will spend a tremendous amount of money analyzing a problem, and it exceeds what it would have cost them to have made a mistake and then made a correction. I don't think I've ever seen an innovation-proof industry. And there's all the case studies about industries that have seen all their innovation and somebody came in with a new idea. I think there are times when the pace of innovation in an industry naturally slows. And again, certain industries have much longer cycle times for innovation. And it has to do with the nature of the product, the maturity of the industry, and the behavior of the customers. One is voice of the customer, right? Understand what the customer wants and how they're going to use your product. That's probably the best tool you have. I do think that in highly engineered products, we tend to neglect aspects of the customer experience, and we get very focused on the technical requirements. It's okay to start small, right? To experiment with some relatively low risk initiatives to bring some digital capabilities into your product. Not everything needs to be launched with some massive marketing campaign. It's okay to slip some stuff into the market and see how it works. It's okay to run some A/B testing and not put all your brand behind it. To try to get out of the echo chamber of your industry and your organization. One, read. I do think it is really beneficial to find industry groups and conferences and shows that you can go to. You can spend a lot of time doing stuff like that. What did surprise me is how much more beneficial I found the advice and the experiences of practitioners over consultants and advisors. One thing that I've kind of believed throughout my career is people talk about, Me Too products, and they talk about it in almost a derogatory fashion. I think when you're a market leader and that one of your strengths is the breadth of your service network and your capability to support your customers all around the world, it's okay that in portions of your portfolio, you're really at product parity. Because a lot of business is going to come to you because of all the services that you can wrap around. There's typically a decision point where you talk about what you're going to do internally and how to make your operations run better using technology, and then how you can make your products and services you provide to your customers better using technology. I've always drifted in that direction, but I do think you kind of need to decide where you're going to deploy people. You really want to have people take a sense of ownership, right? I mean, in product management, I think one of the best structures you have is the product manager is truly owning a P&L, right? And if they're going to own that P&L and you're going to hold them accountable for it, you have to be able to let them make decisions, right? So ultimately, they need to decide the path forward, but it needs to be within the context of the broader framework and strategy and approach that the company is taking.